right. Hey, everybody. Chris Andresen from the Bike Hub, accompanied by Josh and John. We promised you we'd bring John on to our podcast, and here he is.
Hey.
He also has his trusty sidekick. So we're good to go. So today we want to talk to you guys kind of just a quick update of kind of what's going on with the whole COVID situation. I know I've done a couple podcasts or a couple little Facebook Lives, just kind of updating everybody, but just a quick reminder, you know, we've been doing a ton of work in the shops, just disinfecting, cleaning regularly to make sure everybody's safe. We've got new hours of operations just because it's been really hard to kind of keep up with what's going on. So we are closed on Sundays and Mondays now. So we're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. The doors are going to be locked. So there may be a line out the front of the stores, and we're only letting a couple people in at a time to help out. So if you do see a line, they are getting through them, I'd say pretty quick, right?
Yeah, we're getting through them pretty quickly.
Yeah, moving through as quick as we can, that's for sure. People are pretty responsive and respectful of other people's time and the need to get in the store as well.
So I guess we want to say thanks for being patient if you had come and see us, because we are trying to do our best to kind of get everybody's needs and wants handled as they come to the store. But to kind of speed that process up, if you could email us or even phone call, you give us a call at any of the stores before you come in, maybe we can kind of help handle some things prior to that so you don't have to be waiting around as much. And obviously the website, jump on there if you have questions or anything. Feel free to place your order online and we can drop them off, right?
Yeah, we'll deliver.
Yeah, we'll figure all that out. A lot of people have used the website and have used like email and phone contact first to kind of make sure that we know what they're looking for when they're coming in the door, and it definitely has helped everybody get what they need and kind of hold some items that are moving out the door pretty quick. So
yeah, I think and we wouldn't want to spend a ton of time on these kind of topics, but there's a big story kind of within what's going on right now in the bike industry, and something that I'd say none of us have ever seen, right? I mean, obviously we haven't seen anything like this before in the world, but I guess how busy the shops and the bike industry is right now.
The shops have been extremely busy. We're moving through a lot of bikes. We're running out of a lot of bikes, and so are the bike companies. So it's been a challenge to try to get everyone taken care of with what they need.
Why? Yeah. Why do you think this is going? Why are the bike shops so a popular place right now?
Well, right now we're one of the only stores that is open for activities that people can specifically take part in right now in most states. So there's not a lot of option for activities, and additionally there's not a lot of other stores open. Like regular sporting goods stores are closed. I'm sure that like video game stores are closed. Everything's closed, right? So people are pretty limited.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of people going out to do outdoor recreation. I think one of the advantages we have here in town is all of kind of our city parks are still open for hiking and bike riding, and so it's given a lot of opportunity to get outside, and so a lot of people are wanting to take their bikes out to do that, which is pretty awesome to see, I think, right? Like, it's kind of crazy to see how busy our trail systems are, but it's also awesome to see all the families and get out there and moving around. So
yeah, it's definitely been different, I think, for a lot of people and a lot of families.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cabin fever, a lot of people wanting to get out of the house. Bikes are a great way to do that. You can get out on the road, you can get out on the trails, keep yourself spaced out a little bit from the rest of the people.
And I live in a neighborhood that's pretty active already, like lots of people walking down the street and like a lot of stuff happening, and it's even more busy than normal right now. Like swarms of people headed to the Centennial Trail, so it's good.
Yeah, I think we're seeing people jump on their bikes, using them more for commuting than ever before. Nobody wants to use kind of the public transportation as much, and the weather's been pretty good, so like commuting's picked up, and then I think a lot of people are using the bike as just to keep their head on straight, like just to do something active to feel good about doing it. So that's awesome to see.
The first few weeks of shutdown, we definitely saw a lot of people dusting off old bikes, like people that probably hadn't ridden in 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, and it seems like that kind of gave us an overload of repairs. Like it seems like we went from like we're on top of the repairs to like, oh my gosh, the basements are full. We don't have any room to put anything.
We went from 2 days out to 2 weeks out with very, very competent mechanics, very focused on getting through the workload. Pretty crazy.
They're working like crazy right now to keep up with that. And this isn't something that just happened here in Spokane. I have a peer group that I meet with about on a Zoom call once a week, and we kind of talk, and they're all over the U.S., shops similar to ours, and some are big multi-store, some are single-store operations. And if they're deemed essential, they're in the same busy panic rush as we are. So that we're not just seeing this here in Spokane. This is kind of everywhere, and that kind of goes to what John was just talking about is we're running out of bikes. We're going through bikes, and we're not just like everything. We're talking about our like entry-level bikes and kids' bikes, recreational mountain bikes, all the way up into some of our nicer higher-end stuff. I mean, what do you think we're going to have to do to kind of keep things kind of moving? Are people going to get bikes? Are we going to run out of bikes, Josh?
We are going to run out of bikes, period. Like, there's no doubt about it. We are not necessarily running out of every bike. So we may start to have to fish out like more specifics from people, like, do you think you're ever going to be road biking or mountain biking, and kind of move them towards like maybe skip one bike is kind of what I'm getting at.
Gotcha.
You know how people kind of get into cycling, they have their first bike that really gets them into it. Well, those are the ones that are gone.
Yeah, gotcha.
So we may be
gateway
skipping
bikes.
a bike here or there.
Yeah, okay.
Just kind of getting them straight to a little bit higher end bike, something a little bit more capable for a lot more riding, which is actually like not the worst thing, because the situation we're in, everybody has had enough time now to really change their lifestyle habits, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm seeing, like more consistency from everybody in all of the activities that they're doing. John, what do you think?
I think you're right. The trailheads that I've been past have all been packed every day, and that's hikers, bikers, everything. And I think people are making a change. Hopefully they stick with it after all this stuff's over, but definitely people have been getting out a lot more.
And so we've also talked to Trek and Giant and some of our manufacturers to make sure that we kind of have a good understanding of what the supply chain is actually looking like. And what Josh is saying is correct. We are going to run out of bikes. There was a lot of stuff that wasn't shipping out of Asia when it first kind of came. And so those bikes kind of had like a month or so on hold that were going to get out here. So we're going to be kind of a delay for the new model bikes coming. Mm-hmm. And so we are. So if you guys are going to come into our stores or even other bike shops and you're seeing that their inventory is low and they don't have a lot of options, this is why. And so this is normal for everywhere. So if you walk in and they don't have it, there's a good chance maybe nobody's going to have that. So if you are going to purchase, I would say don't wait, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. And we've seen a lot of people kind of not waiting. Like, they're coming in the store, and if they don't have a repair bike with them, if their bicycle is not with them, the first thing they say is, I'm looking for a bike. That's pretty...
Or I'm leaving with a bike.
Right. It's pretty crazy. It's fun because we're getting a ton of new people that are actually excited to be able to do this. They're like, maybe they hadn't considered it in a long time, or they thought about it and then just never did it. Never bought a new bike, never like made the move to try a new hobby, and they're doing it and they're excited. So it's good.
Yeah. New cyclists.
Yeah.
New people enjoying bikes. What would you say between you guys, the kind of the biggest struggle you guys are seeing in the shops, like just working the days, and what's coming in? What are you guys dealing with?
Well, we're limiting how many people are in the stores to one customer or one group of customers per employee or salesperson. So managing the doors, having to keep the doors locked and letting customers in and out has been a real challenge. People have been really, really patient. People have been super understanding, which has been really good.
You had a door gal.
We did have a bouncer for a while until school started up again.
Oh no, you lost your bouncer.
We did.
Ah.
She has to go to school now.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah. Oh, online.
Yeah.
That's John's daughter, Violet. Is she a freshman?
Freshman.
Oh, it's her freshman year, and she got sent home. Huh?
She did really good. But by the end of the day, it was funny because she felt just as wore out as the rest of the guys in the shop. Those first couple of weeks were a lot. And then we started to realize, like, we have to catch up, right? Mm-hmm. That was the challenge I was thinking of. Like, I have to finish helping the people I helped last week. So we really have to limit it to one person. Like, we really have to stick to that, because everybody that comes through the door is getting something or needs something or has a question that has to be answered, or like, we have to find what they're looking for. So everybody's getting something, which means we have to give everybody that time. And sometimes you don't have all those answers right away. So there's a lot of catch-up work. In the last few days at the shop, we've definitely just been like trying to catch up with the stuff from last week, so that we weren't just piling more and more and more on top of people.
So just keeping up is probably the biggest
Yeah,
part.
we're
right?
probably, if I had to guess, we're like 2.5 times as busy as normal,
Yeah.
which is a lot. That's a lot of busy.
Yeah, I think we give a lot of props to you guys, and also the crew at each of the stores for just taking this. Like, it's so overwhelming keeping up with this right now. And I walk in to do a transfer or grab something, and their attitudes are fantastic. Like, they're so stoked to like still just crank it out and do it. So I'm pretty proud of the crew for sure.
All of the guys at all of the stores have crushed it. And I think that maybe something that helps with that is that closed Sunday and Mondays at the moment. Like, everybody is working. Basically, everybody has all the same information. So there's less questions going on. They're kind of actually hanging out with each other a little bit more, because Sunday and Monday, everybody's off. Like, last week we did an amazing group ride. Was that last week or the week before?
Yeah, it was good, right?
With everyone from the shops, and it was so good.
Good social distance.
Yeah, it was, we kept it real tight.
Cool. Well, you got anything else you guys want to add, do you think, to this?
I just want to thank everyone who is listening to or watching this for watching the first episode. We actually had a ton of feedback in the last week since we put it out. That one was like 6 months old or something like that. It was really old. So it's been awesome to hear that feedback, and it kind of got us motivated to come back out here. And I also want to thank everyone who has come to the shop in the last month or 5 weeks or so, and like waited at the door or supported us and like just brought us your business. It's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Later.